Step into the haunting world of Medfield State Hospital with this chilling Facebook live tour by Hammy TV. This abandoned asylum, a relic from the early 20th century, stands as a ghostly monument to a darker era, with its 58 buildings once housing up to 2,200 patients. It's no surprise that Medfield State has become infamous as a filming location for eerie films like Shutter Island and The Box. However, the true horror lies not in its cinematic legacy, but in its grim history. The hospital is home to 841 grave sites, all marked only by numbers rather than names. This unsettling fact led local Boy Scouts to embark on a haunting Eagle Scout project to uncover the identities and dates of those buried there. The project reveals a deeper, more personal connection to the souls who once inhabited the asylum. In this spine-tingling video, the crew from Hammy TV embarks on a daring nighttime exploration of the extreme-Adarian area notorious for its dark past. Despite strict warnings against trespassing between dusk and dawn, they forge ahead into the broken-down building, capturing every unsettling moment on camera. As they ascend the dilapidated stairs to the third floor, a chilling encounter unfolds. Watch closely as the camera pans across the upper floor. In a moment of eerie suspense, a shadowy figure crosses the hallway in the background. This spectral apparition is missed by the crew in real time, who remain oblivious to the ghostly presence as they focus on navigating the crumbling structure. The lack of any immediate reaction from the crew adds an extra layer of horror to the scene. Reviewing the footage reveals a chilling, shadowy figure. This eerie discovery, initially missed, has sparked fear and fascination, making the video a must-watch. A paranormal investigator named Exist embarks on a chilling quest to uncover the truth about ghosts in an abandoned funeral parlor in South Korea. In the eerie silence of the stairwell, they capture the most compelling evidence of paranormal activity yet. Will they finally prove the existence of the supernatural? At the bottom of these steps, something unsettling lurks, as revealed by the readouts. Snapchat captures eerie activity in the corner, a ghostly figure in a white dress, her back turned, with long, dark hair cascading down. The team, too spooked to confront her directly, decides to summon her instead. They wind up a vintage hand-cranked music box at the top of the stairs, hoping the haunting melody will draw her to them. Will the ghost respond to their invitation, or will the night remain shrouded in mystery?
반응 EMF 보세요. 저거 진짜 이거겠지. 왜 그랬는데?
There's uncertainty about whether the ghost is truly orchestrating these phenomena or if the investigators themselves might be manipulating the equipment. If anyone has deeper insights into the paranormal gear they're using, your input would be invaluable. The energy around them is so intense that the music box plays endlessly, forcing them to turn it off manually. Convinced their experiment was a success, the investigator turns to Snapchat to check for any faces caught ascending the stairs. What he uncovers is far more terrifying than he anticipated. As they review the footage, an unseen entity glides by, opens a door, and holds it open as if guiding them out. Recognizing the spirit's intent, they respectfully acknowledge the gesture and make a polite, hasty exit. Jessie V, a YouTuber, and her sister Mandy have been hearing eerie noises coming from their attic. They had no intention of investigating until their persistent fans urged them to uncover the mystery. After much hesitation, they muster the courage to grab a ladder and venture up. Mandy climbs first, immediately feeling a wave of unease. As she describes the attic's layout, they notice something unsettling. A small figure, about a quarter of Mandy's size, appears in the reflection of a mirror on the wall. Mandy's much larger reflection is right beside it. This figure seems to be standing directly in front of them. Jessie pans the camera to reveal their father standing nearby, but he is far too tall to be the figure, which also lacks any discernible color or detail. It wasn't until a commenter pointed out the creepy shadow that they reviewed the footage again, but no explanation was ever found. He has faced countless supernatural challenges before, so he expects exploring this haunted place will be just another adventure. With ease, he reaches the top of the building, but little does he know, The real challenge is just beginning.
سامش هذه كيفاش وصلت لهنايا؟ أعوذ بكلمات الله التامة أعوذ بكلمات الله التامة من شر ما خلق أعوذ بكلمات الله التامة من شر ما خلق.
At 7 minutes and 40 seconds, a shadowy figure flickers into view. He loses sight of it for a moment, only to have it reappear even closer, as if playing a game of cat and mouse.
محمد أعوذ بكلمات الله التامة أعوذ بكلمات الله التامة من شر ما خلق أعوذ بكلمات الله التامة من شر ما خلق أعوذ بكلمات الله التامة من شر ما خلق.
If you're curious why the sound seems so close, it's likely because the shadow figure was right beside him at 11 minutes and 52 seconds, whispering in his ear. Undeterred, the fearless explorer plunges deeper into the haunted depths, determined to confront the elusive shadow.
هاد المونيكا عاوتاني هنايا وتتحرك اقسم بالله حتى كتحرك. اعوذ بكلمات الله التامة من شر ما خلق اعوذ بكلمات الله التامة من شر ما خلق اعوذ بكلمات الله التامة من شر ما خلق اعوذ بكلمات الله التامة من شر ما خلق. راه يا الاخوان اعوذ بكلمات الله التامة من شر ما خلق.
Creepy dolls jerk and shift on their own, while eerie voices wail from the darkness. The shadowy figure guides him towards an ominous destination, hinting at a malevolent secret lurking ahead.
من شر ما خلق. شوفوا الخوت شنو هادشي هذا؟ اعوذ بكلمات الله التامة من شر ما خلق اعوذ بكلمات الله التامة من شر ما خلق. قل هو الله احد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم تجهدي.
Everyone has their breaking point with paranormal activity, and it seems Emmett has finally reached his. Outnumbered and overwhelmed, he flees from the tormented spirits, desperate to avoid joining their silent ranks. The repetitive sound on the screen raises a troubling question: could this eerie video, however strange, be nothing more than a cleverly crafted illusion? April and Kevin from the YouTube channel Alaska Explorations joined forces with their ghost hunting friends to investigate the historic Florida Grand Opera House, a site established in 1884 and believed to be haunted by numerous spirits over the past 135 years. During their investigation, April, who is stationed behind the scenes, takes in the eerie atmosphere of the empty seats. At 4 minutes and 48 seconds into the footage, a shadowy figure is captured moving between the red curtains on the far side of the opera house. Initially, this shadow could be attributed to one of the team members, but 3 key factors suggest otherwise. First, a shadow is seen on April's side of the room at 4 minutes and 46 seconds, exactly 2 seconds before it reappears across the room. Second, a peculiar noise is heard right before the shadowy figure appears. These elements' timing and the strange noise point to a potentially genuine paranormal phenomenon, rather than a simple case of mistaken identity or an ordinary shadow. She lets out a sigh, which is accompanied by a high-pitched, almost shrieking sound. A third of these orbs materialize as she attempts to recount the experience to Kevin.
Who's back there? I waited. I saw someone walk back there.
Next, they head to the balcony seats, and at precisely 7 minutes and 27 seconds, an eerie sensation washes over April.
Up here, guys. Let's sit here for a minute. Actually, here for a minute.
Just 2 seconds after she mentions feeling off, a strange white anomaly materializes. It resembles floating hair, but also has the ghostly outline of a figure descending the steps. The sensation intensifies, prompting her to step away and collect her thoughts. As she turns around, the unsettling feeling of being watched returns, and it almost seems like the curtains flutter right where she suspects the presence flutter.
Guys, it feels really weird. Right here. Chelsea's doing her awfulest down there.
When Alaska Explorations isn't delving into opulent operas, they're often uncovering less glamorous haunts like this remote chicken farm in the middle of nowhere. Even before they set foot inside, eyes are watching them from a distance, presumably those of a wild animal. However, given what they soon encounter, it's likely the eyes belong to a restless spirit. As they step into the abandoned home, April is instantly overwhelmed by the feeling of being watched. She swivels around, and her flashlight just manages to reveal more glinting eyes and an eerie, undefined presence lurking in the shadows.
Sorry, I heard something behind me.
It was strikingly different from the surrounding greenery of vivid color that stood out against the lush, green plants, almost as if it were dangerously close. It was so conspicuous, it might have been on the porch with her. Yet, she didn't notice and proceeded inside. The windows were completely blacked out, blocking any light. I couldn't fathom why anyone would choose to do this. I was hoping you might have an explanation. In the corner of the living room, a knotted rope lay surrounded by a swarm of flies. The sight was unsettling, and while I'm grateful they didn't investigate the black garbage bag right next to it, I couldn't shake the feeling that something terrible had happened. April and Kevin, equipped with a black light, swept through the house looking for signs of a struggle. Within just 10 minutes and 33 seconds, they uncovered a red stain on the bed, invisible without their special equipment. Another similar stain was found on the mattress at 10 minutes and 42 seconds. Clearly, something significant had occurred here. Just as April's suspicion grew that someone might still be inside, a sudden noise cut through the tension, leaving them on edge.
Do you hear that?
At first, there was silence, but then an eerie hum started filling the air. With no power in the house, nothing should be making a sound. The hum becomes noticeable at 11:30.
Babe, come here. Oh, come here, let's go.
The eerie hum seems to lead them toward a specific room, and an instinctive sense of dread grips them, warning of impending danger. April speculates that the unstable floor might collapse under their weight, but it's clear that they also feel the menacing presence of whatever is lurking there.
Is this just, you think it's safe to walk on?
The noise goes unheard in the moment but becomes apparent only when they review the video later. At the time, all they knew was that it was definitely time to leave. In May 2020, a YouTube video captured a chilling moment that has intrigued paranormal enthusiasts and skeptics alike. The video begins with a group of friends engaging in a seemingly trivial argument about whether a shirt is red or ruined. What starts as a light-hearted debate soon escalates, and the friends, growing increasingly frustrated, decide to end their filming session after nearly an hour of bickering. Just as they're about to wrap things up, the atmosphere in the room changes dramatically. A loud, unmistakable slam reverberates through the house, catching the friends off guard. While one of them suggests the sound could be attributed to the door hinges, the uploader is adamant that this is no ordinary creak. According to the uploader, this video, which has been trimmed down to a mere 3 minutes from the original 50, captures the moment something inexplicable occurs. The uploader had previously experienced a door slamming on a prior visit, but was unable to record it. Determined to get conclusive evidence, they return to the house, only to be met with a forceful slam that they believe defies rational explanation. They argue that if the cause were simply air pressure, it would have pushed the door open, not slammed it shut. The conditions in the house described as having little airflow and an oppressive heat only strengthen their ghostly theory. In addition to the door slam, the uploader reports having seen a shadowy figure, or shadow person in the building. They acknowledge that some might suggest the sound was caused by air, but point out that the door slamming in the opposite direction of the airflow suggests otherwise. With the room's stagnant heat and minimal airflow, they argue that a ghostly presence might be the more plausible explanation. Filmed in Harlingen, Texas, this eerie video of a door slam leaves viewers questioning if it's a ghost's annoyance or just an atmospheric anomaly.